What's good, y'all? Rich Sosa back in the building with another banger, man. Now, first things first, before we go ahead and get into today's video, thank you, God, for giving us another day and opportunity. And if it's your first time, man, y'all already know what y'all need to do. Be sure to hit that sub button if you're new. Now, anybody who wants to join the Rich Gang family, be sure to go ahead and turn on post notifications. Hit that like button. Let's go ahead and reach 50 likes on this video. And last, but definitely not least, go ahead and comment down below right now. Where are you tuning in from, watching today? Now, as y'all can see by the looks of the title and the screen, I'm going to be bringing y'all one of the best rare catfish builds in all of 2K. This build is going to be called the Interior Big, but we're going to be able to really be one of the best post-scoring builds in all of 2K. Get contact ducks, shoot limitless range threes, and on top of all that, we're still going to be able to dribble. And when it comes down to the defensive end, we're not going to be looking pretty bad in that area as well, especially if you have been grinding each year. When it comes down to the seasons, you're really going to be able to do different things on each of these builds, especially if you decided to go after the extra badge points that we're able to unlock. So I did go with a shooting and a finishing pie chart. But when it comes down to the physicals, I'm going to go with the one with a 66 speed, 63 acceleration, and a 74 vertical. Now, once we go ahead and get into the breakdown of what we're going to actually be looking like for the attributes, just be sure to follow along. And as you can see with the close shot, I'm going to go with an 89. As for the driving layup, I'm going to max this out. Same thing for the driving dunk, go with an 80 standing dunk. And then for the post hook, go with an 88, and we're going to be able to get a total of 21 finishing badges. Now, once we go ahead and get into the breakdown of what we're going to be looking like for the shooting, I'm going to go with a 74 mid-range shot. When it comes down to our three-pointer, this is what's going to allow us to go ahead and shoot from limitless range. And I say that because on this build, we're going to be able to get sharpshooting takeover. So, go with the 71 three-pointer. Free throw, going to be an 85, and then for the post fade, I'm going to not touch that. I'm going to get 15 badges out of the shooting area. Now, once we go ahead and get into the playmaking, max out both the ball handle and the post control, we're going to be able to get 10 badges here. Then, when it comes down to the defensive end, go with a 67 interior defense. Once it comes down to the lateral quickness, I decided to go with a 51. Max out your defensive rebound, and then for the block, I did go with a 69. Now, I took one tick off just to match it up with a 70, and right here, yes, we are able to get all of the defensive badges that we want. So if you feel like making your own adjustments, go ahead and do so. But like I said earlier, if you have been grinding each season when it comes down to this year and last year, 2021 and 2022, you're going to be able to get a total of an extra 7 badge count. Now, that means you'll be able to get at least 8 defensive badges, 17 playmaking, possibly 22 shooting or 28 finishing. Now, this is what the build will be looking like, but still on the defensive end, you have everything that you need to defend on the inside, as well as be able to get some really nice blocks as well. Now, when it comes down to the body shape, I decided to go ahead and go with either burly or built. Both of these are going to be a great body shape to work with. Once it comes down to the height, yes, 6'8" is looking solid, but if you do go with 6'7", we're going to get a huge boost put towards our main attributes, but also once it comes down to our main physicals, being that we're going to be able to get at least an 80 plus in each of the areas for our physicals. Now, when it comes down to the weight, what I decided to go ahead and do is I did realize we were missing out on some of the strength when it comes down to this build. So just to get the strength into the 70s area, I'm going to go ahead and bring up my weight to 270. That's going to give us a 66 strength. And if you do decide to go ahead and lower the wingspan, you definitely can do that to get more put towards your strength. But for my liking, I'm going to go ahead and go with an 89.0 wingspan. And right there, we do get a 72 speed, 70 acceleration, 82 vertical, and then the 63 strength will be in the 70s once we hit 99 overall on this build. But then also we do have to take into account with the gym rat badge, our physicals are going to get an even bigger boost. So as for the takeovers, we do get the post scoring, sharpshooting, then also the slashing. Now, whichever one you decide to go with, make sure that this is all based off of your own preference. But for my liking, I would definitely have to say and agree with that the sharpshooting takeover is definitely gonna make this the most rare interior big catfish build on 2K. You're gonna be able to post up, get the contact dunks, still have the potential to dribble. Then when it comes down to hitting from deep, you're definitely gonna be a threat. Let's go ahead and check out the build name. And as y'all can see, together we were able to create the one and only catfish interior big build. Now, from here, we're going to go ahead and check out what this build is going to be looking like once we grind it out to 99 overall, add the +4 from the gym rat, then if you buy your own boost and run with teammates that are going to have floor general and defensive leader on Hall of Fame, that's going to give us at least a +12 put towards our attributes. So let's go ahead and check it out first with the physicals. With the +8 from the gym rat as well as hitting 99 overall, we're going to get an 80 speed, 78 acceleration, 90 vertical with a 71 strength. Now, when it comes down to our main attributes, we did pick the sharpshooting takeover, which means in takeover off rip, we will be getting a +10 put towards our shooting. So let's just go ahead and take a first look at what we're going to be looking like for the finishing. Close shot with the +12 alone, which means we will be running with the correct teammates that will have floor general and defensive leader on Hall of Fame. We're going to be able to get a 99 close shot. Driving layup has the potential to go to the high 70s. When it comes down to our driving dunk, this is definitely going to be in the 90s. Then for the standing dunk, this can hit 99, and same thing for the post dunk with the shooting. We're going to be able to have a lot of special things out of this area in the takeover. So I would just really have to say it's going to come down to the badges that you do decide to put on for each of the categories. So for my liking, let's just go ahead and say you did have the extra 7 badge upgrades. You're going to be able to get 8 defensive badges, but for this version, I'm going to go ahead and run Intimidator on bronze. Now, once we go ahead and get into the playmaking, this is very essential for this build as well. So basing it off of my preference, I would definitely have to say that make sure when it comes down to the breakdown of the playmaking, go with first gold hyper drive. Now, another badge that I really like is going to be unpluckable, and normally I would go ahead and put on quick chain, but before that, I'm going to go with quick first step. Now, I have heard that we do not need to use quick chain at all when it comes down to dribbling. However, if you feel that way as well, I would go with triple threat juke on gold. Now, let's go ahead and check out what we're going to be looking like once we go ahead and get into the shooting. So, for this, I would definitely have to say we are able to spread the wealth to the max if you really wanted to. And what I mean by that is you're going to be able to get all of the essential badges that you first need. And for my liking, I would say that's going to be Hot Zone Hunter as well as Sniper, both on Hall of Fame. The rest of the way are really badges that for my liking, I would go ahead and just spread the wealth a little bit more than the normal. So I'm going to go with Corner Specialist on bronze, Silver Deadeye, and then bronze Green Machine as well as Volume Shooter. Now we do have a few extra attribute upgrades remaining, so one way that I would definitely consider this is to upgrade one of the bronze badges to gold or a higher tier. You can definitely go with Silver Blinders as well, but for my liking to be more of a better all-around shooter, I'm going to go with Deadeye on Hall of Fame. Now, let's go ahead and take it into the finishing. We do get a total of 21 badges for this area. So, I'm going to go with first, Fearless Finisher on bronze. I really like the animations that we do get unlocked when it comes down for our layups. Then from there, I'm going to go with Posterizer on Hall of Fame as well as Limitless Takeoff. Now, we do got 3 more Hall of Fame badges that we can throw on when it comes down putting towards our finishing. So, since we do have a 99 close shot, I'm going to go with Hook Specialist on Hall of Fame, and another badge that I would really consider, especially if you did pick post-scoring takeover, Back Down Punisher. Now, I do like to say that when it comes down to Slithery Finisher, another solid badge to work with. And then if you wanted to, for the very last one, I would consider another post-scoring badge, or you can go ahead and put on Rise Up. Even Unstrippable is another solid badge to work with. But if you wanted to, go ahead and leave on Back Down Punisher. Really going to go well with the physicals. And as you can see, we do get 21 finishing badges, 15 shooting, 10 playmaking, and 1 defensive. But 8 if you have been grinding all year and got the extra B badge upgrades. And as y'all can see, man, y'all already know what y'all need to do. Be sure to hit that sub button if you're new. Go ahead and turn on post notifications so you can join the Rich Gang family. Can we go ahead and reach 50 likes on this video? Be sure to share it with your family and friends. And last but not least, y'all, comment down below. Where did y'all tune in from today, and what did you think of this Catfish interior big that is going to be able to shoot from a limitless range deep? So, with all that being said, man, thank y'all for coming through. Thank God for another opportunity. And with all that being said, Rich out.